Fast food is a part of many of our daily lives. It's quick, convenient, and occasionally much cheaper than other alternatives available. But our top 10 of things that have no business being in your meal will most likely make you think twice before taking your next trip to McDonald's. Number 10. Kentucky Fried Chicken Brain. While animal brains can be considered a delicacy in some parts of the world, it's definitely not on the menu at KFC. Ibrahim Lango, a 19-year-old student in Colchester, Essex, was therefore understandably displeased at the discovery of a grey, wrinkly lump in his food that can either be interpreted as brain or kidney. Whatever that was, it clearly freaked him and anybody else who saw the picture he posted, many of whom refused to visit the Colonel's ever again. Number 9. A Happy Meal condom. Happy Meals usually come with a little toy to give the children a bit of joy accompanying the food, but a condom is certainly not one of those items. A local girl in Switzerland was moving on to her fries when she found a rubber at the bottom. But the police were informed of this and carried out an investigation, but nothing came of it. This isn't the only occasion where a piece of contraception is found in McDonald's food, however. Another condom was found in a Happy Meal in Wellington, New Zealand, really making you consider searching your fries first before eating next time. Number 8. 9mm hot dog cartridges. Having a bullet in your stomach is obviously no pleasant experience, but a woman at a Costco store in Mission Viejo, California went through that in a somewhat less painful way. After biting into a hot dog, she found a hard object chipping her tooth and identified it as a 9mm cartridge. It got even worse when the doctor's x-ray pointed out that she had already swallowed another, which is lodged deep inside her stomach. She was advised to let the bullet out naturally, but one really wonders why it's there in the first place. Number 7 is a 7-inch baked knife. John Agnesini was very lucky to have bitten on the end of a huge knife hidden in his 12-inch Subway sandwich in NYC back in 2008. However, he did suffer from symptoms of food poisoning and stomach issues after the incident. A lot of reports from consumers all around the country said that they experienced identical or similar incidents. While a knife cannot enter your stomach unnoticed, it can slash your face open. Not exactly what you're looking for when biting on your sandwich. Number 6. Fecal matter in a soda fountain. In other words, there are bacteria that grew in feces in your drinks at fast food chains. And the percentage is absurdly high. A 2010 study showed that up to 48% of American soda fountains contain fecal matter. The number is 90% for Virginia, making it very likely that a vast majority of people who drank fountain soda were exposed to this contamination. While not all of them are deadly, they are the reason why you feel inexplicably sick after a trip to a fast food outlet every now and then. Although there's only been one outbreak so far, consuming soda from a neglected fountain always has the potential to put yourself on the list for the second. Number 5 is a fried chicken head. If you thought brains were gross, what about an entire chicken head? A customer was unfortunate enough to find one in his meal at Quick, and he posted a video of it. The beak and eyes can be clearly and easily identified with a proper look, but a quick glance will most likely mistake it for a piece of wings. Most chicken heads are removed before being shipped to restaurants, but apparently this one slipped through the entire process, only to be stopped by the very customer. But how many found their way into the stomach? Sadly, the number could be quite high, given that stories like this are fairly common. Number 4. A human thumb. In 2005, David Shielding almost swallowed a thumb while enjoying his chicken sandwich at an Arby's diner in Ohio. He felt sick and had to visit the toilets immediately and decided to sue the restaurant for $50,000. It turned out the manager sliced off a piece of the thumb while preparing the lettuce, but couldn't find it afterwards. This horrifying incident could have been easily avoided if he followed the safety procedures and got rid of the entire bin of lettuce, but either by accident or intentionally, it was to be served to the customers nonetheless. The money saved on the lettuce would definitely not be enough to cover for the cost of the lawsuit and all the customers Arby's lost from this scandal. Number 3. A human tooth. Okay, cutting your thumb while slicing lettuce, that's understandable. But what about a tooth? A literal human tooth was found in McDonald's fries in Osaka. Unlike the Arby's incident, none of the employees were missing a tooth, and it remained a mystery how a tooth found its way into the fries. While being extremely popular, the Japanese branch of McDonald's are also notorious for having questionable objects like a piece of metal in pancakes, or plastics in sundaes, or a piece of vinyl in chicken nuggets. Number 2. A bioterror weapon. Perhaps less gross than the items mentioned above, but highly more dangerous and undoubtedly intentional. Salmonella was found in multiple salad bars and taco stands in Oregon back in 1984. A cult named Rajneeshi tried to rig the votes by sickening every one of their opposing voters, and this was their method of attack. 751 people were reported to have been infected by it, 45 of whom had to be hospitalized. But as karma would have it, Rajneeshi lost the votes anyway and ceased to exist soon after. And for number 1, a murder victim. If the items so far haven't turned your stomach over, this one will. In 2010, 3 homeless men assaulted and killed a passerby because of a personal dislike. They then proceeded to butcher the victim, committed cannibalism, and sold the remains to a kebab stand. The incident happened in Perm, Russia, and police could not find the rest of the body because it had been sold. It's unimaginable how the unfortunate consumers cope with this fact. It would definitely haunt them forever.